Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. The suspect in a fatal hit-and-run case from last year is scheduled to return to court this week. Here is reporter Adeline J. Wells with more.
Troy Reynolds, the suspect in a hit-and-run collision that killed a Yucca Valley teenager in January 2024, returns to court this week. Reynolds is scheduled for a pre-preliminary hearing on Wednesday before Judge Sarah Oliver and for a preliminary hearing on Thursday before Judge Maggie Yang. Judge Yang will then determine whether probable cause has been established and if the case has merit to proceed to trial. Reynolds previously returned to court for a pre-preliminary hearing on August 26th, during which additional time was requested. Troy Reynolds is charged with felony hit and run resulting in permanent injury or death. He is currently out on $500,000 bail. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Adeline J. Wells.
The Oasis of Mara Trail at Joshua Tree National Park is closed due to flooding damage. Recent storms in the Morongo Basin caused severe erosion of the paved trail and impacted the cultural site. Several sections of the trail have been undercut and others have steep drop-offs, creating unsafe hiking conditions. The trail will be closed until repairs are completed. Repairs will be planned and implemented in consultation with associated tribes. The oasis is culturally and spiritually important to the Serrano people, who are represented by the Yuhaviatam of San Manuel Nation and the Morongo Band of Mission Indians, and to the Chemehuevi people of the 29 Palms Band of Mission Indians. The National Park Service did not provide a timeline for repairs to the trail. The Landers Homestead Valley Association monthly meeting took place last night. Annalise Kuiper was there and brings us this report.
Morongo Basin Sheriff's deputies Bradley and Harlocker have been riding throughout the Landers area as well as on other rural San Bernardino County roads on the lookout for illegal off-highway vehicles being ridden without proper registration. The green sticker alone is not legal for riding on county roads. A license plate with valid registration stickers must be displayed on all vehicles, including OHVs. Over a period of 3 weekends in August, roughly 20 arrests were made county-wide involving OHVs, including in Landers, while approximately 2 pounds of methamphetamine were confiscated. Lifelong astronomer Ralph Megner gave a very informative presentation on the night skies over Landers for the month of September. After dark, grab a chair and facing south, look directly upwards. 3 bright stars will be visible to the naked eye. They are the summer triangle of Vega, Deneb, and Altair. Our Milky Way galaxy runs right through this triangle, making it easy to spot. The next presentation will be in December. 3rd District County Supervisor Don Rouse Field Representative Glenn Harris informed the meeting about the annual Job and Resource Fair at Copper Mountain College on September 25th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Reach Out Yucca Valley's outreach specialist Ben Guzman informed the meeting about keeping communities safe during a fentanyl epidemic. He brought test kits for the drug and also gave a quick course in how to spot an overdose and how to administer Narcan, the antidote. To get treatment for opioid addiction with personalized support, call Reach Out Yucca Valley at 760-365-7130. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
The town of Yucca Valley has announced that they have appointed Frank Luckino as Deputy Town Manager for Administrative and Community Services. The additional town manager role will oversee the town's community services, finance, human resources, economic development, and marketing functions. The town says that the position will fill the long vacant Director of Administrative and Community Services position. Frank Luckino has over 22 years of municipal leadership experience. He has served in senior-level roles at Copper Mountain College and the High Desert Water District. He also served as the city manager of 29 Palms for 8.5 years before moving on to the same role in Desert Hot Springs in 2023. In March of 2025, Luckino announced an indefinite leave due to a family emergency, according to the Desert Sun. Town manager Curtis Yakamau says that Luckino brings a wealth of experience and genuine passion for serving the community, and that the town is excited to welcome him to the leadership team. Frank Luckino has lived in Yucca Valley for over 20 years with his wife, where they raised triplets. He said he is, quote, excited to contribute to the success and well-being of the community that I love. The 29 Palms City Council meeting will be held tonight at 6 p.m. at 29 Palms City Hall. Here's Annalise Kaipa with a look at the agenda.
2 ordinances are up for adoption, and both affect the Ovland Resort project. It is expected that after a second reading, Council will adopt both ordinances, approving the Development Code Amendment establishing the Open Space Conservation Zone, and rezoning ordinance changing the single-family residential zone property to commercial tourism. Council will discuss the Tourism Business Improvement District and the approval of the annual report and marketing plan and budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. It is expected that Council will adopt the resolution confirming the intention to levy an assessment for fiscal year 2025-2026. The assessment is proposed to be levied on all existing and future hotel businesses within the city at a rate of 1.5% per occupied room night rate. After the city manager's update, the meeting will be adjourned. Located at 6136 Adobe Road in 29 Palms, the meeting begins at 6 p.m. and the public is encouraged to attend. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kaipa.
The Yucca Valley Planning Commission has a light agenda for today's 6 o'clock meeting. The commission is expected to approve the consent agenda and receive and file an update to the land development report. You can attend in person at the Yucca Valley Community Center tonight at 6 p.m., or you can attend online. We'll have links at this story at our website, Z107.7fm.com. The Morongo Unified School District Board of Trustees will hold their regular 6 p.m. meeting tonight at Joshua Tree Elementary, a week after their last meeting due to a rescheduling. Reporter Gabriel Hart has the highlights from tonight's agenda for us today.
For the meeting's agenda, Director of Facilities, Maintenance, and Operations Mike Ogdahl will give an update on Bond Measure C. Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources Stacy Smalling will give consent on classified and certificated personnel. Various donations will be reviewed, including a $500 check from Sportsman's Club of Joshua Tree to support library operations. Various fundraisers are planned for Yucca Mesa, Friendly Hills, and Onaga Elementary Schools for the fall and are recommended to be reviewed and approved by the board. For action items, the board is requested to approve the 2024-25 unaudited actuals, where all funds and expenditures are reconciled to verify all obligations of the district have been met. The board is also requested to adopt district appropriations limits for 2024-25 and 2025-26, enacted by Proposition 4, which limits the growth in government spending to be no faster than the growth in population and inflation. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Gabriel Hart.
Our Golden State is celebrating its birthday today, and online news editor and Californian Robert Hayden joins us with a quick run-through of its long history.
Today marks the 175th anniversary of California becoming a state. After Mexico and the United States signed a treaty in 1848 ending the almost 2-year-long Mexican War, a large portion of the American Southwest was handed over to the United States, including the 163,000 square mile area that would become the state of California. Fueled by the discovery of gold in the American River that same year and rapid westward expansion, California became the 31st state on September 9, 1850. It's only outsized by 2 other states, Texas and Alaska. As the boom and the bust of the gold rush subsided, agriculture became more lucrative, and the California Central Valley became known for its farming. The first transcontinental railroad reached California by 1869, and the early Wild West days it became legendary through pulp novels, were canonized in the film industry, which took hold of Los Angeles in the early 1900s. Cars showed up around that time too, creating a series of cities that are still trying to break free from the tangle of interstates and highways that stretch across California. Interstate 1 up the coast of California is probably the most famous stretch of road in the state, although I-5 gets the most traffic from north to south. The east-west Route 66 famously ends at the Santa Monica Pier, but also runs through our Mojave Desert and still brings lots of visitors out west to see the unique biodiversity that our state possesses. The highest point in the state is Mount Whitney, a short drive up the 395 from here. You can also swing by the lowest point in the state, which is in Death Valley. They're holding an anniversary celebration today in Sacramento, but you most likely won't be making that. One way to celebrate is to look around you today and take stock of the diversity of cultures that live in our slice of California. Something has brought us all out here, whether you're born here or you're just pulling off Highway 247 in a U-Haul. Whether you chose the state or it chose you, the one thing that unifies us all is that we're all Californians. Happy birthday, Golden State. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
And finally, the 29 Palms High School Lady Cats volleyball teams beat the Bears of Big Bear High School in exciting matchups last night. Junior varsity won in 2 sets, 25-10 and 25-13. Arabella Staggs had 1 block, 1 ace, and 5 kills. Alexis Archuleta had 1 ace, 2 assists, and 4 kills. Varsity won in 5 exciting point-by-point sets. Cats lost the first game, close second and third with a score of 26-24 and then 24-26. They took the fourth set 25-18 and won the fifth set 15-13. Sophomore Eva Tilley was big at the net, putting down 9 kills, 5 blocks, and 2 ace serves. Senior Violet Graham was also big at the net with 5 blocks, 4 kills, and served up 2 ace serves. The Lady Cats are now 5-6 overall in the season and take on the Eagles of Desert Hot Springs this Thursday. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm News Director Jeff Harmatz.